we're very much a company that doesn't really think about big changes. We just do stuff. And hopefully that turns into big changes and big things for us. But we're always focused on now. I'm not a big idea. I don't like the idea of planning. I don't really believe in it. I think it's kind of a waste of time most of the time because you're just guessing. I'd rather just do stuff. And so everything we've done with the company has been something we've wanted to do. So we started out as a web design company because that's what we wanted to do. Then we needed to build software for ourselves. We wanted to do that, so we did that. And then we wanted to turn it into a product, and so we did that. And then we wanted to launch another product because we needed something else. So we built Basecamp, and then we needed a simple to-do list maker. So we built that called To-Do List. And then after that, we needed something else, and so we built that. So we're very much a company that's all about seeing opportunities now and doing what makes sense for us now and not thinking about if we make this shift, we're going to be huge, or this is going to be the one thing we need to do. Once we've got this done, we're going to be big. I'm just a big believer in taking very small steps along the way and doing things that just make sense. We started the company in '99, and there was originally 3 founders, myself and 2 other guys. Kind of going way back, I used to be a web designer. I was doing web design on the side for myself, basically as a freelancer, essentially. And I was kind of sick of doing it by myself, so I started interviewing with some of the web design firms in Chicago, bigger web design firms in Chicago. And one of them was Organic, a company called Organic Online. And I interviewed with them, and the creative director there was a guy named Ernest Kim. And we kind of hit it off, but I didn't really want to work there. So we kind of kept in touch. And then I knew another guy named Carlos Segura, who was a graphic designer in Chicago. And Ernest also knew Carlos Segura. And so we kind of had this connection between the 3 of us. About a year later, Ernest got sick of working for the big company, and he wanted to leave and start his own small company. And I wanted to kind of work with someone else, and Carlos wanted to get in the web design world because he was in the print design world. So we said, let's start this thing together. And so that's how we all sort of came together in '99 and started 37 Signals together as a web design firm. We were doing website design for other clients, and we did that for let's see, until about 2003 or so. And we started getting really busy, and we needed a better way to manage our client projects. So we started looking at web design software and project management software, and we couldn't find anything that we really liked, so we decided to build one of our own products to use internally. We started doing that with clients. They really liked it. We said, hey, maybe there's a product here because they could use it too, and that became Basecamp, and sort of the rest is history, which we can talk about. I think the best work you'll ever do in your life is something you do for yourself. The best thing you ever do is what you spend your own time on for your own good, for your own needs. And that's kind of how we are. So we build products that we need. We're a small company. We build products that we need, and we recognize that there's probably a lot of other people out there just like us who probably need something just like what we need. Not everybody, but maybe there's 100,000, maybe there's 1 million, maybe there's 10 million. That's a pretty good market for us. We don't need this, we don't need to capture 1 billion people to be successful. So that's been really helpful for us because when you build something for yourself and you use it, you are a great judge of quality at that point, and you really understand it. Like, you really, truly understand it. Unlike when you build something for somebody else, you don't quite get it. You can learn a lot about it, but you don't really know it as well as you know something that you need for yourself. So, and I think the great companies of the world are typically run by people who want to use their own products. I mean, it's so super cliche to talk about Apple, but I'll do it anyway because why not? If you listen closely to what Steve Jobs says when he introduces products, it's always something like this. He'll go, we hope you love it. Or like, he'll go, we love it. We hope you like it too. And the idea there is that we're building it for ourselves because we love this product. And we think because we love it, you're going to love it too. And I think most companies that build great things are building them to impress themselves first. I mean, you look at companies like great car companies like Ferrari or Audi or Porsche, like, you just know they're doing this to satisfy themselves. They want to make something great for themselves because that's important to them. And they know that if they make something that's great for themselves, other people are going to love it. Unlike maybe GM, where it's not really built for themselves. They're not really that excited about the Ford Focus, probably, or that's Ford, but you know, they're sort of mildly excited about it, but they aren't probably like pumped about it like Ferrari's pumped about building a car. So we like the Ferrari, Audi, Apple, those kind of companies. And even Amazon's a good example of this. Amazon built this thing called Amazon Web Services, which is something they actually had to build because they needed it themselves first to expand their own business. So I think companies that make things for themselves typically make better products.